Southern trees bear strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree.
Alright, so boom, yo. Welcome to the Culture Shop. We have a very influential person right now. He's a photographer, a philosopher. He's a producer. Know what I mean?
Thanks for having me, bro.
No problem, bro. No problem, man. So, tell us a little bit about what you do, yo.
So just through the daily basis of life, man, for real. First and foremost, I'm Donovan, Kwame. What I do is I take pictures, man. I take pictures. I feel like that's the foundation. Take pictures. I feel like I've been able to create so many things just through taking pictures. As well, I'm also into music. That hasn't come out yet, obviously. So, we'll get to that later on. But I'll say all through my life and just all through what I'm doing right now, everything is just artsy.
Okay.
Everything is artsy, man.
So what made you get into photography?
So actually, man, it's a funny story, man. I used to play football in high school, and playing football in high school, I always was that guy to want to go see my pictures after, I didn't care if I was clean or dirty. I didn't care if my jersey was clean or dirty. I wanted to go see what my pictures looked like.
Yeah.
So we lost, and we was 42-0. It didn't matter to me. If I got my pictures, I was going to post them on social media.
Yo, the teammates are mad at you, man. Like, yo, he waiting for the pictures. He ain't even playing no more. Like,
yeah, I used to just walk off on the sideline and just be like, all right, yeah, we done. Let me get my pictures so I can go home. But yeah, man, so I was always photogenic.
Okay.
It's always photogenic. So I think that really led me into photography. I got injured my senior year, and I could have played college ball, but I feel like I just had other plans, man. I had other plans, and I decided to go a different route.
So if you didn't injure yourself, would you still be doing football over photography?
It's a great question. I probably would. I probably would, but I think that everything works in our favor in certain areas, and you just got to find what works for you. And I think me getting injured was my calling to find out, okay, I'm supposed to be doing something else now,
Okay. Boom, you're a man of many talents. What would be one of your favorite attributes about yourself?
How controversial I am. I think all through school growing up, man, I always was the oddball. So I always was the person to just keep people on their toes. You don't know where I'm going. You don't know if I'm going left or right, and I think I've always just loved that gift about me, because all controversial is not bad, and I think people need to understand that in life is that you can be controversial and not be bad. You can be controversial. Somebody might not like you, but I bet you if they're talking about you, hey, you feel me? So we got to learn that, So I think me taking on this controversial self of mine and who I am, I've accepted it.
So what's the most controversial thing you believe in right now?
That's a good question. God.
That's controversial?
I feel like that is controversial.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I feel like there's, and reasons why I say God, because there's so many different aspects that goes into it. It's people that don't like the religion part, There's people that are just talking about the relationship of having with God, and then there's just people that don't believe in, So it's all what you believe in, but I do think that God is still controversial because there's people out here that, it's kind of, so yeah.
So do you think if we weren't introduced to religion, we'll have a God? The fact that we've been taught a religion, and we just separated the God from the religion, where else would you get the concept of religion?
That's true. That's absolutely true. I think, honestly, with the basis of how things be going these days, I think those are some of the deep talks that needs to really be discussed and just in a more deeper aspect. But it's like, it's all what you believe. Because do we really know? Do we really know? Do we really know that there's a God? It's what you believe, I believe that there is. Maybe if I die, it might not. You know, then what? You know, but I believe though. You know, it's all belief. Just like we believe when we got our tooth taken out and the pillow, it was under the pillow. Yeah, that shit was fake.
Tooth fairy come
Shit
out.
fake as hell.
You know what I mean? Because if I see a real fairy, I'm like throwing it somewhere.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
ain't no way I'm swatting it or something.
Hell, I didn't know the boys waking me up at night. you know, I didn't know they was waking me up at night, but they were.
So would you say like God is your biggest influence, or is it something inside of you that's making you do what you do right now?
That's what God instilled in me. That's what God instilled in me. You know, that's an influence on my life, and that impacts my life so much. I think, you know, people, the problem I feel like with people is people don't understand that you can't ask God to do everything for you. You have to put in the work yourself.
Okay.
You know, and when you put in the work, you can perceive and receive and do these things. We ask God to do everything and then expect everything to happen. How's that supposed to happen? You know,
Yeah.
so we got to put in the work, man. So what God instilled in me is what makes me do what I do now.
Facts. Okay, what's one of your biggest gifts?
And I'm not even gonna go the photography route on this. The gift to be spiritually active with myself and tune myself to be able to read other people.
Intuition, right?
Discernment.
Interesting.
I love that, man, because I feel like, I'm gonna say this, I feel like if I didn't have the gift of discernment, man, I probably wouldn't even be here today, man. There's been so many situations where I felt like I could have, one little second, if I didn't leave or if I would, I could have been taken out. You know? But because of my discernment and just my third eye being open, I was just able to move out the way, get out the way, you know? We have to learn how to have discernment, man, you know? And I really thank God for that gift, because that saved me from a lot of bullshit. Yes. Trust me. I'm telling you. Yes.
So speaking of spiritual, like emotional strengths and all that, do you believe in karma?
I absolutely do, man. What goes around comes around. We know the saying, man.
So what would you say is something good that happened to you that was karma based?
Something good that happened to me that was karma based?
Because we always talk about the bad karma. But like if you're driving to like be a producer or photographer and you're doing amazing stuff, and I'm gonna show y'all the stuff that he's doing right like after the video. What would you say would be the good karma coming out of your drive right now?
But just being noticed, man. You know, just being noticed by some people that, you know, that I used to, you know, look up to or just be inspired by. You know, and finally seeing those people, you know, look on my page and just give me a shot, man. Or just looking on my page, man, and just telling me how good of an artist I am. You know, I don't need validation, but, you know, we not gonna lie and act like being inspired by the people now and they're reaching out to you, man, that means a lot to me, man. That really does.
Well, yeah, who is your biggest inspiration? Or what is your biggest inspiration?
I'll answer what my biggest inspiration is. My biggest inspiration is just to inspire people, man. I just love inspiring the youth, you know, inspiring the younger me's, the people that are different. And there's people out there right now that are so different, and they just don't have a guidance. They just don't have somebody to tell them, hey, bro, it's okay, bro. It's okay to be different, bro. It's okay to not wear skinny jeans. It's okay to wear baggy jeans, bro, if you want to. It's okay to be yourself. You know, so it's just inspired to you, man.
Okay. So would you say that's also validation too when somebody walk up to you saying, hey, look, I inspired you, that give you the drive to actually do more?
It is. It's a form of validation. It is. It's a form of validation, you know. But I would say that when I say we don't need validation, or I don't need validation specifically, I'm saying that because I felt like me not finding that validation was me feeling okay, having to be okay with how I look and how I am. That's how I got where I'm at, you know?
But what inspired you more then? Would it be love, or the love that you get, or the hate that you get?
The hate that I get.
The hate that
I love it. I love it, man. I love the hate that I get, man. Because I never was a guy that was fully liked. I always was that guy that like in school and stuff and just all over, I would be looked at as like, especially the girls, they look at me, I like him. Something odd though about him, you know? So, and what I mean by that is just like, I can't put my finger on it. It's just kind of like something odd about him. So I always just embrace the hate because that's what made me who I am today. The strength comes from the hate, not the positivity. It comes from the hate, man. That's what it really comes from. The strength, the healthiness of it, you embrace it, but the hate is what really makes you, you know?
Right.
That's where the anointing come in at, man. Like, it's the hate, bro.
So would you say that you hate something about yourself too?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I feel like everybody at some point hates something about themselves, you know? Yeah, I can say that.
So what's that one thing you're trying to improve on at this moment? Business-wise, mental, spiritual?
Overthinking. I overthink it, man. I have a mindset to not really to carry myself very smoothly and not really like I care, but I also have a mindset to care and care too much, you know. So it just depends on the situation, but I overthink a lot of situations, and it helps me in a lot of factors. But it also it's a gift and a curse.
But what is overthinking if you don't have any answer? Because usually people overthink because there was no solution to it.
That's true. That's true. That's a good question. That's a good question.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
I'ma
The first
give her
good
that.
question. We ain't mess up no words or none of that.
We ain't mess up no words. A couple minutes ago, we was. Let me stop. But yeah. No, you're right though. You're right. I agree with you, man.
So, what do you value most in your life right now?
My business, man. My purpose, man. I don't think that with a man without a purpose, man. I'm sorry. Like, what's the point?
Right.
You know, you was put on this earth to have a purpose, you know, in some shape or form. I truly believe that, you know. Shit, man or woman, you know, man or woman, you know, we all have purposes on this world that we're supposed to, you know, achieve. And I just think a man without a purpose on this world is like, what are we doing?
So if you have to speak in general, what is like the main purpose that every man or majority of the men should value?
When it comes to purpose, I think every man should value, they should value the fact of who they are first when it comes to them. I think learning yourself first and learning who you are as a person before the purpose comes is what you should value. Because that's how you reach your value. It's through,
Cut that part out.
see what I'm saying?
Cut that part, put it into short. No,
Yeah.
I rock with you.
That's how you reach your value, is learning yourself first. We can't get to our purposes if we don't know who we are first. You gotta get to know yourself first.
Okay. So out of all your business ventures, what would be something that made you want to get into learning more about it? From your photography, from your music, what is one thing that said, you know what, I have to figure this stuff out?
Man, just being good at what I do, and at one point not having money come in.
Facts.
Bro, I swear, bro, like y'all don't really understand. Like, it's been times like when I think like a year, 2 years, because I've only been in the game for 2 years. When it's come to like this artistry, really taking it serious, like there's times, bro, niggas broke. No money coming in.
Facts.
Y'all think I'm coming? Y'all seeing all these pictures, man? I'm texting them. I'm texting the models. I'm saying, yeah, hey, like, can we get, you know, I need a shoot. You know, I need to get a shoot done and stuff. I'm texting them. You know, it's been many times where I didn't have it. You know, I didn't have the money. You know, so I think me learning myself as a business person and evolving in the business world, because the talent and the business are two different things. You got to split. You can't put those together. You have to leave the talent by itself and the business by itself. People like to combine the two. Oh, I'm talented, so I'm gonna get money. That does not. There's plenty of people that's talented that's broke.
So would you say your passion is more important than your talent when it comes to making money?
Is my passion more important than my talent? Actually, I would definitely say that my passion is more important than my talent. Because with passion, I can create something, you know? I can create a skill. I can develop something. Like I always tell people, I'll take somebody with passion over talent any day. You could be a model and not be talented or have the skill set of somebody else, but your attitude and your passion behind it will make me want to work with you more than somebody that is talented.
Facts. And the people that do have passion, it's like quicker for them to learn more.
Exactly.
They'll be more
they're
into
so
it.
in tune with it.
Facts.
We like dealing as business people. We like dealing with people that want to go get it. If you want to go get it, there's people right now that has so much money in the world just because they wanted to go get it. And there's a talented person right now that's sitting home with four churn and that's wishing that they had it. You know, it's the same with sports.
Facts.
It's the same with sports, bro.
So what would be the next controversial photo shoot that you're thinking about doing? If, cut that part off then. Cut that part off, because I know he got some good ideas popping off. You know what I mean? He's very creative and all that, so I'm waiting for that next thing to come out. So I mean, pause. That sounds horrible.
No, keep that in. Keep that in, though. Keep that in.
Well, we talked about money and everything, but what would you say is your darkest moment when it comes to you feeling like giving up your gift?
Dealing with people, man. And you know, I'll say this saying, if you hang around people who act like you aren't who you are, you'll forget who you are. You know? And there's been a lot of times where, like, I've met so many people in this artistry business, and I almost forgot who the hell I was just because I'm dealing with them. And that shit would make me want to quit, bro, just because of the mess. But I have to understand that sometimes, and this is what we got to understand, guys, as artists as well, like, a lot of people are just not on our frequency. A lot of people are, and that's not saying that you're better than them. They're just not there on that frequency. People are everywhere. People are in different mental states, mental capacities and things. So if this person is just not there mentally, sometimes you just need to just suck it up and move on, bro.
Is this why people don't like you though? As in, see, like, I know who I am.
Right.
You know who you are, basically. So I'm not gonna try to force my knowledge or my beliefs on you.
Absolutely.
So is that why, like, a lot of people dislike you because they try to influence you to believe what they believe, and you're just not taking it?
I'm not the norm.
Yeah.
I'm not the norm. 2025, going into 2026, we all know this. People don't like what's different. If it's different and it makes their skin crawl, they don't like it, bro. They don't like it. And like I said, I've always been vulgar. I've always been loose. I've always been, I'm gonna make you on your toe. I'm gonna put you on your toes, bro. I'm gonna put you on your toes. So I feel like having that mentality, a lot of people aren't gonna like you. They want you to stay in the same circle as where they at. And when you're getting ready to get out of that barrel, and when you're getting ready to crawl out of that barrel, the only thing they can do is hate on you. The only thing they can do is try to pull you back down, because you ain't them. Because you ain't where they at. So now they mad. You understand what I'm saying? And once you get out of there, oh, now he's this, now he's that, now he's, oh, I can't deal with it. Oh, I don't like him. I don't like him. Let's form a whole congregation against this dude. Because they can't fight you on their own anyway to begin with. They gotta get millions of people to fight you.
That's a fact.
Because of how powerful you are. Because you're not the norm. Because you decided when everybody going left, I'm gonna go right.
Fact.
When everybody want to go to the party, you said you want to go this way. You want to go to the other street where there's nobody on that street. And it took some nights where nigga had a lot of crying nights, a lot of confusing nights, a lot of nights where I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know if this was okay to do. I didn't know, but I had faith within myself. And that faith allowed me to go the direction that I am now.
That's a fact. But why do people think like that though? Like you don't believe in what I believe in, I'm gonna hate you for it. Instead of trying to figure out what can I do better within myself, whatever, to make me feel more secure about what I believe in.
I feel like people are like that just because, again, remember what I said earlier, a lot of people's minds have already been trained to think a certain way. You gotta understand, this goes back to our parents. A lot of these people haven't broke their generations in their family tree. I'm the black sheep in my family, and I know I am. I decided to break those generational curses that working a 9-to-5 job and doing these things. Nothing wrong with working a 9-to-5 job, guys. Nothing wrong. But I decided to break that will not be the end of my story. A lot of these people, they know that that's the end of their story. Why? Because they have already accepted it. Because their parents made them accept that. They made them think that that's the only thing, that's the only way out.
Facts. So would you say the parents is like gods to children right now?
Yes, they are. It starts with them. Because they're being selfish and not telling their children that there is more out here because of what they experience.
Facts.
And then, guys, we have a lot of problems with our moms and dads being jealous of our churn. So they not going to make their churn better because they so jealous of their churn because they didn't get to do, or they don't see what their churn could do. They didn't see it in themselves. You feel me? So now they hating. Now they, you know what I'm saying? That's what be going on, bro. And this goes on a lot in our black community. And y'all know I'm gonna bring it up. You know I love my community, but I'm gonna bring it up. I'm not about to sugarcoat nothing, bro.
Facts.
Straight up. That's what be happening in our community. Exactly. It starts within our foundation. You know, it starts within ourselves. You know, and we can create and build in our own foundation. Then we can make a unit out here in this world, you know. But I think a lot of times we have so much animosity within our own foundation. Guys, we're the most talented. Let's be real. We're the most talented, most gifted, most smart. Shit. We're smart, you know, but we hate on each other so much because somebody may not be the norm. Somebody may not be doing what you're doing, and we hate that person so much. And we'll take that person out before we take somebody else out. Let's be for real here, man. Let's be for real here, man. So a lot of us, we only know what we've been around, black people. So a lot of us, they're not really positioned to be around white people. They're not in these white neighborhoods and stuff. Only people they're around is black people. So who are they giving that hate to? Black people. They own kind. That's who they are around the whole time. You feel me? They ain't going around over there in the white neighborhood. They with the black people.
They're the best behavior in the white
exactly.
They're the best behaviors at their jobs and all.
They're not used to that. That's not where they at. That's not where they at most of the time. So when they go there and when they're there, it's like somebody being introduced to something. When you first see somebody and they're introduced, you know, a lot of people, they be quiet. When you first meet them, they're quiet. You be like, oh, this nigga chill. Man, wait 4 months. That nigga put the most talkative dude in the world. Yeah, because what? Because he done got used to it.
Facts. That makes a lot of sense. So what would you tell children today, like, to focus on? Would it be your mental, like financial? Would it be follow your passion? Would it be follow your craft and everything?
This sounds so cliche, but I'm so serious when I say this. Isolation. Being isolated. If I would have known what I would have known now in high school, I would have never been in none of them group cliques, none of that. Because you gain your power and you learn so much knowledge from being isolated. A lot of my homies, we wait for the little kids to pass by. But a lot of the homies, man, that were isolated from back then, I understand why they was isolated. You know, it took me a little minute to isolate myself, but they was isolated for a reason. Because they knew they might have seen something beforehand before I've even seen it. And now I can resonate with those people that's isolated, you know? It gains power, man. I'm telling you, the more isolated you are, the more powerful you can become. You know, with these cliques and these groups, you get in so much mess. So with these kids growing up, I don't recommend being in these groups. I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world, but isolation, it saves yourself, man, and you can focus on yourself so much and really enduringly in tune with your inner self, you know, and find your passion quicker than other people.
I feel that. But would you say isolation would be bad if you do it too long?
It's the way you do isolation. See, when I'm saying isolation, that's a good question. I'm not saying isolation as in to just take yourself out the world. when I'm talking to these kids, I'm saying sometimes it's okay to be alone. Let's train ourselves to actually be alone at times. We can go talk to friends. We can go hang out with friends, but let's isolate ourselves at times. You know?
Okay. So what would be like one thing, if you are isolated, what would be one thing that would be of value of them children if they do it while they're isolated?
I would say, well, it depends. It definitely depends. It depends because, like I said, I feel like we're all put on this earth for different reasons. So I feel like it depends. But I think I can tell you what will have the benefits of doing this. First and foremost, when you isolate yourself, you're able to observe so many things. There's been times where I've been in groups and certain things and indulging in certain areas and acts and all of that, and I wasn't able to see nothing because I'm in it. But when you can sit on the bench and you can sit outside and really look from the inside out, you can look at the field, you see so much stuff.
Facts.
You know? So these kids, I'm not talking about elementary, middle school, I'm mostly talking about high school. You know, I'm mostly talking about high school, man. When you in high school, it's okay to be alone, bro. It's okay to go to the cab, man, and go eat by yourself, man. Because you get to really see who really who. You get to see who being fake. When you're not in the mix, people come to you and talk to you about the people who is in the mix. You know what I'm saying? So you get to see everything. It's like you got the monoculars and you're looking at everybody do what they're doing.
So would you say you're isolated now, though, mentally?
I am.
You are.
I'm isolated mentally, but I'm not alone. It gets boring sometimes, man. It definitely gets boring sometimes. But it's helped me so much. It's helped me so much conquer so many great things in my life.
But that's why people are attracted to you too, if that's the case.
Absolutely.
Because you are isolated and they're trying to figure you out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, since everybody is in the group and they're expressing themselves, they look at that person outside that's just staying to, because foreign stuff is more attractive than the stuff that surrounds you, basically.
Right.
So I definitely feel that like isolation will be very valuable because not only are you learning yourself, everybody else trying to figure you out, whatever. So I placed you in a higher position.
All right, absolutely.
So
see it from the front. You see what it look like in the front. Not the front like that, but like it's yeah, kind of like over this. Yeah, it's kind of. I'll follow it.
Okay.
That.
All right, so Monty, I might edit this shit too.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever mistake we make is
we riding. Yeah, we riding.
Yeah.
You want the shoes in there, or you don't care about it?
Shoes messed up though.
Fuck it. Shit, it's authentic, nigga.
That's gonna be put on there though. That's gonna be put on. Alright, so boom, yo. Welcome to the Culture Shop. We have a very influential person right now. He's a photographer, a philosopher, he's a producer. Know what I mean? What would you say would be the good karma coming out of your drive right now?
I was saying finally getting notoriety, like notability. That's what I mean.
I'm not cutting that part out.
Cut that. Cut.
I'm having on caption too, like no Soraya in the beat or whatever.
Yeah. You don't even know how to say it. You don't even know how to say it, bro. You trying to get off on me.
All right, go ahead.